Should you be creating content as a way to build your network marketing business, even if you're shy or an introvert? Like content, I mean like YouTube videos like this, or a podcast, or posting stuff on social media, maybe even a Facebook Live, something like that. I found that stuff very, very difficult, right? When I first started. I'm much more confident now. I never would have made a video. You may say it's not that good anyway, Richard, but I never would have made a good video. I like them. When I first started, right? I used to send my wife out the house. I didn't want anybody to listen to me. It would be take after take after take. I'd be sweating. So I completely understand if you're an introvert, the resistance you may feel to doing this. Let me help you move through this. Let me tell you what you can do if you're not going to make content. And let me just kind of sum this up for you with something usable you can use in your MLM business today. So the number one thing that I would say that is if you don't create content, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. Why? You're not the only network marketer out there. You're not the only person in your team, in your company, in the industry. You're in competition with a whole bunch of other people who are after the same type of prospect. It's a race for attention. It's a fight in the friendliest possible way for attention, right? The reason that I've got you here right now is because I'm creating content for something that is useful for you. Many people who watch my videos buy my program. The reason they buy my program is because they've seen my content. I've built trust. I've showcased what I can teach you. You're like, that Richard guy's got some pretty useful stuff. I'd like to take a look at that. That wouldn't have happened if I hadn't had this content out there to earn that sale or earn that trust from you, right? So if I'm competing, which I am, with other people for your attention to teach you this type of thing, I want to be where you're looking. And it's the same with you and your audience. You may not like video, you may not like creating content, but if you can at all do that, I would get over that hurdle. Why? Because you're going to get swallowed up from all the other people that are creating content. If someone goes and Googles your company and Googles maybe even your name and they don't find anything substantial, what they are going to find because of the algorithms of the way things work is they're going to find other people in your company or other people serving that audience. You know, you may know this person. You may also like this page. You may also want to watch this video. Do you see how that works, right? So other people are going to come in and take that attention from you and you're going to get squashed out the marketplace. Also, I believe that the biggest payoff in this industry is the version of yourself that you become. We gain nothing from shrinking down and living a life smaller than we're capable of. I know for a fact that if I'd have given in and not made cameras, if I'd given in to my introversion, and I hope that's a word, if I'd have given in to that, it would have bothered me. I would have always been looking at people kind of with sour grapes on YouTube and been like, man, they are making the video. Man, that shouldn't be the way to build a business. You know, I'd have been bitter probably about that. So I didn't want to be that person. I wanted to be the person to give it my all, try everything that I saw was working for people and try my very best. And then if people think my YouTube videos were terrible and never watch them, at least I could say, well, you know what? I did it for a year or two. I gave it a good shot. I didn't just shrink down and wonder what if, coulda, woulda, shoulda, right? So allow yourself that opportunity to take that step. My first video was awful, right? Awful. Terrible. It's dreadful. If you have some time, you can go to my channel, videos, and then go sort by date, oldest to newest. I'll give you a preview. This is Richard, and I help people retire from the rat race. You think I'm joking? There's no exaggeration. Go and watch it, right? If you want to. So yeah, I started in the same place as you. Did I get criticized? Was it embarrassing? Absolutely. But what do I say at the end of every video? Have more desires and excuses, right? I sat down and thought, this is embarrassing, but you know what? It'll be more embarrassing and more frustrating if 2 years from now, I'm still living the same shitty life. I'm still not providing for my family. I'm still not on the stage. I'm still not rank advancing. I'm still saying I'm going to do it, but I never do. I want to be the guy that gives it his all. I want to be the guy that people can look up to, including my family. So I'll get over this hump. My desires are bigger than my excuses. Just make the first video. Just commit to making the first one and uploading it. If it's no good, so what? When you create content, you take a step ahead of everybody else. Even if it's terrible, everybody else that wishes they could create it now sees your advanced bravery. And they go, wow, I never thought that person would overcome that hurdle. Maybe they are somebody I can follow. Maybe they are a leader. Maybe I'm going to subscribe to their channel because that Richard guy's been making videos for years. It's not realistic to think I can be as confident as him, but you know what? I can get on board with this person who's on their second, third, fourth, fifth video and follow their journey. A lot of people watching my YouTube videos have been me from the very start. It's how it begins. Your audience grows with you, right? And hey, if you've been with me for any length of time, I appreciate your loyalty, right? So my advice to you, do you need to create content to successfully build a network marketing business? You can make thousands of phone calls, you can prospect loads and loads of people, you can do many other methods, of course, but I just know from experience that when you create content, it eases the demands on you to do those things. You won't have to prospect so many people if you're bringing in 5, 10, 20, 30, 50 leads a day from your YouTube content, from your podcast, from your social media profiles. So the stress and the pressure of prospecting will be reduced. One day you may even not have to do it at all. Do you have to create content to build successful network marketing business? Not really. You can overcome it with a lot of extra work and extra effort, but it's going to make it an uphill battle because, as I've said, you'll get squashed out by the people that are. And also, are you really happy playing a smaller game than you're capable of? You know, the tech stuff isn't that hard these days. It isn't difficult to shoot a video on your... I'm shooting on my phone camera, uploading it to YouTube. It isn't rocket science. Don't give in to that fear. Give yourself the opportunity to grow. Expand and reach a whole new bunch of people that would have never seen you before. Show that confidence and build that trust with the existing people that are watching you. And then over time, allow yourself to bring that audience and bring that interest to you because the content is now building up and out there to be found. The pressure is reduced on you to have to prospect and use the old-fashioned methods. I just really don't see any downside from using it. Oh, there is one. You will get loser people giving you negativity. That's just like as a final point. If you're of a nervous disposition, if you find that bothers you, you maybe have to think about that strategy. Is it worth you putting it at yourself out there if you feel really badly when someone says something negative? That's up to you. That's your judgment call. For me, I understand that when people comment negatively on something that I do, whether it's YouTube, podcast, conversation, whatever it may be, it's 100% about them. It's not about me. When someone is bothered to the point of taking the time and effort to write a negative comment on something of yours, it means you said or did something that reminded them of something they don't like about themselves. So when you start making YouTube videos, a whole bunch of people that are too nervous and afraid to make them will start negatively commenting on you. If you can be bothered to look at who they are, it's going to say 0 videos or like 2 videos and then they quit or whatever, right? So now you're reminding them that, hey, even though this person's not fantastic on camera, they have the confidence to work through. Or if they're negative about what you've done, they may have failed in network marketing, they may have no money in their bank account, so they may not like the fact that you're looking at solving that. It's basically going to be something you're saying or doing is reminding them of something that they lack or wish they had. So don't take it, I'd never take it personal, right? It's just some random person on social media saying something to try and make themselves feel better. Hopefully, if I give you that bonus piece of information, if you've ever stopped or shrunk away because of that negativity, if you understand it better from that perspective, maybe it gives you a second bite at the cherry, right? I hope that it does. As always, go create a day in a life that counts. Always have more desires than excuses. If you like my content, feel free to subscribe and I'll see you on the next one if you do. Also, I have a webinar coming up this week, www.authoritynetworker.com/YouTube. Couple of hours, I'll sit down. If you make it there, it's a free training, free web class. I'll go through how I sponsored over 700 people, give you inside information as to how I did that so you can apply it to your team and company. You're welcome to come and check that out this week. Have a fantastic day, have a good one, and bye for now.